Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Show me the thumbs up. If you can, then show me the thumbs up. Okay, great. So I think you all can see the Google page on my screen.
Yes.
Google page is visible. Okay. So first step, what we'll be doing in coding session that we'll create our coding accounts. Without our coding account, we will not be able to code anything. So first we'll have a valid coding account. For that, we need to go to the coding website. It is code.org. Okay. This is my code.org homepage. Here I can see two buttons, create and sign in. Obviously, we all are new to the coding. We don't have any account. We need to sign in. So if we click on the sign in button, this is the already account I'm having. But for those who don't have their account, they can create their account by clicking on the create an account button. And here you can write any mail ID. I mean, your mail ID. And you can give the password. The password should not be your email ID password. You have to create your own password. It's not necessary that you write your email ID password, remember. So I'm creating new password here. The sign up. Oh, I think so. I have typed the wrong one in confirmation. Just a second. The both should be same. The password and password. Email has already taken. Okay. Let me give another name. Oh, just a second. I need.
Garima, you can try garima123@gmail.com.
Just a second. With Gmail ID. With Gmail ID you are saying Garima at?
Garima123@gmail.com. Garima123. 123. Yes.
Okay, just a minute. Actually, my all email IDs are occupied. I need
Garima,
a fresh.
Okay, Garima, sorry to interrupt you. Be comfortable since it's a very first class. So be comfortable and open your already account that you already made it. So open that account.
Actually, ma'am, I already have my account, but I was just explaining how to create. Actually, with my email ID, the account is already created. If you go in the sign in option, you can type in your account name and password and sign in. You get into the account. I was just explaining how to create an account. For that, I need a email account which was not associated with code.org. My all email IDs are already associated with code.org.
Okay.
I think Garima, it's okay. I think they can create account by themselves.
If you, it's a two-step. It's hardly a two-step matter. Two-step section. So if you find any problem in creating an account, you can ping me. So this is actually this is the main homepage of our account. We are already logged in by the account username is Garima now. So using this create button, you can see the multiple options in the drop down. That means in all the options we can open any of the options and do coding. These are all coding platforms. But since we want to code in Sprite Lab, we want to create Sprite Lab project. So we'll click on the Sprite Lab. It will open the Sprite Lab coding page. Fine. This is the page where we do code in Sprite Lab. Coding in Sprite Lab. It is divided into 3 sections. The run area where you can see the one bunny is there. And the another section is the blocks section. The blocks is written in the topmost bar, here you can see the world, sprites, location. I'll tell you what are these things. These are the categories. And in each category, we are having multiple blocks. The set background, this is one of the block. So each category is having multiple blocks. And with these multiple blocks, we'll do our coding. And this is the workspace. This is the area where we actually drag and drop the blocks. When you open any of the category and you drag any block, you just drop it here in the workspace, and that's whatever the result of that block that can be seen in the execution area, right? So does it make sense till now? Show me the thumbs up, students. Is it okay? Okay. So what we'll do, if we open our new page, we can see this is when run option. When run, the run button is there. You can see under the run area, there is a run button. That means whenever we click on the run button, whatever code we have written in the workspace area, one after another, whatever blocks we have added one after another under this when run, that will be executed. And its execution can be seen in the run area here. Okay, its execution can be seen in the run area. So what to code now? So I'll open a document here. You can see this is our basic document, and we'll make a very basic program in the first class, not a very difficult and a tricky one. We can see that there is a backdrop as shown in the screenshot, that we want this backdrop in our project. Okay, then we take 2 different cars, 4 different cars, and on clicking on 4 different color cars, on clicking on black, blue, green, whatever may be the car color, if you click, it will make some sound and it will start moving. This should be the final functionality of our project. Okay, we want that finally our project should be work like this. But for that, we need to drag and drop blocks one after another so that we can make step by step. We'll proceed step by step. Okay, so first we'll add a backdrop as shown in the screenshot. We can see the screenshot. So we'll look for this backdrop in the world category. Okay, the point where I'm clicking in the world category, it has a block set background. The moment you select it, it's get outlined with the yellow boundary. Okay, you just have to drag and drop it here. Your backdrop here you get selected, but you can see the drop down option here. With more button, we can explore more backdrops. Here I can find that this black backdrop was expected. Okay, I selected it in this way. This way it is selected, and the my backdrop is selected. Now we want 4 different cars. Okay, of different colors. How to make it? Actually, these are the images, the characters, or some images we want to make it in our project. Then how these images are 2-dimensional images. These are called sprites in the Sprite Lab. So there is a collection of sprites. If you will drag and drop this block, make new, you can see the image sprite. These characters are called sprites in the Sprite Lab. Okay, that's why he is saying this character as a sprite. So if you'll drop down it like we did it in the background, you can see the complete animation library here. You will find a lot of characters here. Okay, so it's up to you which you select. I need to select a car. I can see the car icons here. So I'm selecting the black car. The black car is there. Now I don't want car in the center of the screen. According to my document, it should be at the bottom of the screen. Okay, all the 4 cars should be at the bottom of the screen. Now what to do? I can see this pin button. Clicking on this pin button, I can move this car on my desired location. So in the same way, I'll drag and drop 3 more blocks under this block. And with every block, I'll select different cars. Okay, I've selected this. So where to put it? Here, near the black car. Fine. Now, if I select the 3rd one, make new sprite. If I add this new block, which car should be, which color car I want? Green. Okay. So I'll go for green car. Using the pin button, I'll again reposition it. Now with the fourth block, I'll go for orange car. This is the orange car. And using the pin button, I positioned it like this way. So are we good till this point? Have you understood till this point? We have not done anything tricky, anything out of the box. The things are a very smooth way. Things are going in a very smooth way. We have just gone to this world and we have taken this background block. And through this background block, I selected out of the multiple backgrounds, my desired background, whichever was given. And see, if I want to delete any block, I can just move it like this. The moment I move in, the blocks category converts into the bin. The sign of a bin comes, and here I drop it. The selected block can be deleted in this way. Okay. If somehow you think that this block is not desirable, I want to delete it, you can delete it in this way also. So we have just created 4 cars, nothing beyond this. Now, we have done only these 2 points. Take a backdrop as shown in the screenshot, take 4 cars of different colors. Okay, now the functionality. Now what should be done? The cars are stable on the screen. This can't be any fun now. We have to add some excitement, what to do. So I tell you a concept of an event. Okay? The concept of event says that there is a user-defined action. You are the user and you have to initiate some action. Unless you initiate that action, unless you trigger that action, that activity won't be performed. Okay. For example, you must all be having a fan in your room and they are switched on by a plug. Okay. If you switch on the plug, the fan starts working. If you switch off the plug, the fan stops working. This happens in our day-to-day life. So this is the user-defined activity. Unless you don't switch on the fan doesn't start working. To make the fan working, you have to switch on the button, the fan button. In the similar way, the car will not start moving. In order to make it moving, you need to trigger some action. And that actions are given in this event point. When clicked, there are multiple. I'm discussing right now this when clicked. Okay, I've dragged and dropped. These are some independent blocks. They doesn't need to be fixed here under the blocks. They are independent and they are carried out in the separate way, like when run is there. So when my selected sprite, the sprite which I want, if that sprite is clicked, then only whatever action I want, that will be performed. Okay. So if I don't click on this car, the actions which I'm going to write under this will not be done. So what it is saying that when I click on this black car, it should make some noise. Okay. Some noise should be there and the car should start moving in north direction. That means 2 steps I want, noise and movement. I want some sound and some movement. So in the world category, there is an option in the last option, the play sound. I'll add play sound here. That when I click this sprite, play sound, what to choose? Let's choose some sound. Suppose I select this sound. Okay. So for this, I need to click run. Okay, that means my project has started executing now. And to make this play sound, I want to listen the sounds. I have to click on this car. Have you heard? How many of you had heard the sound? Okay, show me the thumbs up. Okay, almost everybody have heard. So when I click, the sound was played. Okay, but I want the movement also. Now, how to give movement to this sprite, to this car, that this car should move in the north direction. To add movement in the sprite, there is a category of behaviors. Okay, here, the first one is this sprite begins. Okay, this I have to select the right sprite. Okay, earlier it was bunny. By default it's bunny. I have to change it to my desired sprite, because when I'm clicking on the black car, the movement should also be for the black car. Okay, so black car should begin what? We'll again go to behaviors, and there I can see multiple options. It says moving north. I will drag and drop it here. Move north. So now when I click on this, now 2 blocks will be executed. Run and click here. See, it has gone. It started. So same way, we'll replicate this part for other 3 cars also. So when I click on this, now this time I'm clicking, it's not working. When I'm clicking on these 3 cars, it's not working. Why? Because I haven't added code for that. But when I'll code for these 3 cars also, they will also start moving and start playing the sound. So what I'll do this time, you have to tell me, should I go to the world or event part? Event part, show me the thumbs up. We'll go to the event and we'll add this when clicked. Okay. Now after when clicked, we have to add some sound. The same sound I'm selecting again. Okay. So will it work? Will it work if I click on this blue car? How many says yes? Show me the thumbs up. That the blue car will start, blue car will play the sound. Okay. So you people are saying that it will work. It hasn't worked.
Ma'am, because you have not selected, you have selected another sprite.
Yes, that's what I want to know, because we have selected the wrong sprite. If we want this action for the blue car, then we have to instruct our sprite lab that do this, play this sound only when the blue car is clicked. Okay, good catch. So now again, I want that this should move in north direction. Same way, by going to the behavior, we are selecting the movements. So should it start working if I click here?
No, ma'am.
No, again, we have done the same mistake. We always have to be very particular in coding that we are selecting the right sprites. Okay, because if we select for the select commands for wrong sprite, that will not work in our project. Okay, the selecting the right sprite is the major thing. Now we'll replicate these things 4 times. When clicked, okay. Now this time it is green car. And we'll go to sounds again. We'll add sound. I think you guys are now more comfortable in understanding the concept of this, how we are, how these things are working. The green car, and it should move in north direction. Fine. Now the last one, it says go to events when sprite is clicked. Now this time it's orange car. We'll again choose sound. Do you know that Control V and Control C also works here? So this okay? The last one is okay? The code for orange car is okay?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Sachi is very attentive and she is observing each and every flaw in the code. Good debugging, Sachi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now this, okay. So now this will work. Now if I run it, the sound is also, the movement is also. Sound, movement. sound, movement. Again, the sound and the movement. So this was the basic program we have made in our Sprite Lab. So we can do, we can make big games also, that we can create new sprites whenever something is clicked on random basis, and there are option of loops and variables and maths also. We can do calculations also, and some logics are also like like if conditions are also there, that we'll discuss later on in the classes, because I think these classes are going to happen on